welcome back to Off the Record. No episode last week. I was in bed, sick as a dog. Wait, why? Did something happen last week? Oh yeah, no, the Emmys. Yeah, dude, no one gives a shit about the Emmys. No. I'll tell you what actually happened. Charlie Kirk gets murdered. There's 47 different angles of it happening, and suddenly I've got 5 hours to figure out how to make that funny, right? Because that's what comedy news shows do, right? You take the news and you try to make it funny. But I was sick. I didn't have the energy, and there was no way I was going to be able to piece that together. It's just, I couldn't. And honestly, I was right to hold off because there is not a single person who did pull it off. Many people tried, few succeeded. None of them, the most senior, tenured host in all of late night, got fired. And maybe that's the story here. Maybe it's not necessarily about Charlie Kirk. Maybe it's not necessarily about censorship or Jimmy Fallon, left or right. Maybe it's just that late night talk shows are completely useless now. Podcasts have been doing the same thing, hitting way harder, the same topics, been way funnier this entire time, and there's not a single network telling them what they can and they cannot say. We talk about late night like it's some sacred American tradition. Well, it's not. It's a relic, a fossil, if you will. And the last time anyone thought it was watchable was when Letterman was asking Paris Hilton about her DUI. It's been some time. If you actually cared about politicized media control, then stop watching the media that has the control. Stop watching the media that needs a commercial break for hemorrhoid commercials to fund genocides, essentially. You're brainlessly singing along to carpool karaoke when you could be supporting the weirdos in basements with the microphone and no will to live. I'm talking about the shaman of the world. I'm talking about the real heroes who are saying what actually need to be said. These are our modern day philosophers and poets. And sure, if Saudi Arabia handed me $100 million, I said, Nick, I want you to say this, I'd probably say it. Absolutely. I'd have the sword on my head, tattooed and everything. Hey, but they haven't. So it's not a problem, right? But who actually cares about late night? No, I'm being dead serious. Who actually gives a fuck about late night television? Conan's gone. Letterman's gone. Colbert does a Jon Stewart impression. Fallon's been platforming TikTokers. That's the more disgusting injustice taking place. There are a billion better ways to get news and comedy. Laying in bed, watching TikToks of drug addicts yelling at bus stops. That's what's really going on in this country. That's the street level view of actually of reality. And might I add, all of that is funnier than Lizzo playing the flute with marshmallows in her mouth. Whatever scripted, weird. And the Kimmel thing is not even really about Kimmel personally, because obviously he's the biggest loser. It sucks for Kimmel, but actually it sucks more than you think, because if he were actually funny, there would be clips everywhere. People would be posting highlight reels, something. But instead, crickets. And the last time anyone actually laughed at something that Kimmel put out, it was when women were bouncing on trampolines on The Man Show, which honestly, I had to do deep research to find that reference. So, yeah, we can be upset about the FCC, liberals, conservatives, censorship, and fascists. But maybe the move here, the solution is to burn it to the ground. Keep it moving. R.I.P. late night, because the news used to be like, hey, so the McRib is back, and you would talk about that at the water cooler with your colleague. And now I'm going to have to explain to my future daughters why we're moving to Yemen so they'll actually have more rights. Ugh. This has been another episode of Off the Record, signing off but never backing down. Be well, stay safe. My name is Nick Tannenbaum. I'll see you next time.